Good morning, Iowa City, and thanks for tuning in. I'm Christopher Cervantes. An Iowa City woman is facing a hefty prison sentence after a rather persistent case of assault.
They are hiring if you're interested. You know, Chris, I have been to Italy once, and that pizza, it was like I was right back in Italy. It was amazing.
Well, I gotta tell you, Sadie, right now I am very hungry, but you know what I'm really hungry for? A win in Hawkeye sports. Let's toss it over to Lucy Rodine in the sports studio to see what's going down. Great beer, tasty food, and games that the entire family can enjoy. Those are just a few of the things you'll find at the Northside Oktoberfest. With Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds announcing this week as Opioid Awareness Week, Iowa City is doing their part to help the cause. This weekend, the Iowa City Police Department will be taking part in National Drug Take-Back Day. Drug Take-Back Day allows people to get rid of their prescription medicine, whether they are unused, unwanted, or expired. Iowa City's Drug Take-Back Day is set for this Saturday, October 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Eastside Recycling Center. For the 15th year, City Park Pool will open up for our four-legged friends. The annual dog paddle will be on Saturday from 1 to 6. This fun tradition happens every year before the pool is drained for the season.
Very interesting, and I know finals we call use a little bit of a study break.
Personally, Sydney, I think it's a triumph, but we're Hawkeyes. We always triumph. And speaking of, I heard we have some interesting news in women's basketball.
Each Friday, we here at DITV are proud to bring in the ICAC Animal of the Week. This is reserved for that one special animal at the Animal Care and Adoption Center who is ready to meet their new family.
This week, we are bringing back one of our all-time favorites, Pretty Girl. Pretty Girl is still looking for a home to call her own. She is partially blind and deaf, but that's hardly describes her personality. Pretty Girl is super lovable and full of energy.
Pretty Girl loves her treats and stuffed toys. She relies on her use of scent to guide herself around and needs a clutter-free home to take care for her. She's an older dog, however, families with older children would be a perfect fit for this loving pup.
It is true that Pretty Girl needs more care than other dogs, but she is willing to give back all of her love.
For more information on Pretty Girl and all animals up for adoption, please visit the ICAC website, call them at their phone number, or just stop by to meet your new best friend.
Ophelia, girl, you know I love you. What I don't love is that Sahara Desert thirsty looking wig on top of your head, girl. Oh, queen, you look so handsome today. And cat ears, come on, Ariana Grande was done with that 5 years ago, so new trend, baby.
I love that padding. You can really have a dining set on it.
Also, when did the Addams family come back to Iowa City, girl? Is it Wednesday? It is Wednesday, so you dressed accordingly, I guess. But yeah, girl, you look good.
Yeah, whatever, bitch.
Get out of my shot.
In political news, President Trump signed an executive order yesterday that would impose a new tariff on certain imports.
DITV political reporter Bo Bowman is now standing in the newsroom with the update. Bo?
Thanks, guys. President Trump signed an executive order yesterday that will impose tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. These tariffs will be applied to imports from all countries except for Canada and Mexico. Most of Trump's administration was still uncertain exactly what he would be signing until yesterday afternoon. An administration official said the final order would include a built-in mechanism that will allow the president to exclude and add certain countries in the future. Trump used a rarely employed trade provision in the order for this order to pass, Section 232 of the Trade Expansion Act of 1962. Utilizing this provision claims a national security rationale for protecting domestic steel and aluminum industries. This move could put the U.S. at odds with the international community. More than 100 other members of the GOP wrote to Trump urging him to reconsider the idea of broad tariffs to avoid the unintended negative consequences. Now that's all I have for you guys in the studio. Come back after spring break where we'll take a look at Ron Corbett's campaign for governor.
I'll be dragging myself, and so that I can learn what it is to drag and how to, and who better not than wonderful representation of our drag community. Can you introduce yourselves?
Well, I'm Ophelia. I'm Ophelia Bell. I'm a studio performer. I'm a performer at Studio 13.
And I'm the Queen Fantasia Wood. I'm also a studio queen.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I have lots of questions. Obviously, what it is to drag, how to prepare myself, things that I was not even, I had nothing in mind, and so I was questioning whether or not I was going to have a V-neck dress, what kind of dress, whether I'm going to have jewelry, and that goes into who you're going to become, right, as you transform. And I didn't even think my beard, I was definitely wanting to get rid of my beard, because I want to look as fabulous as possible.
Yeah, but you can be a bearded queen. That's totally okay.
Also, right? And so, so there's options. And so one of the first questions, again, was what would be the first steps that I should take in order for me to start the transformation?
That fact is, after the rescue down in Texas, this Iowa City Animal Center is now full. With other species of butterflies still in the area, just why exactly is the monarch butterfly starting to disappear? Despite being chronically rough in volunteer turnout, the Iowa City Jazz Festival has been a constant source of enjoyment for all who attend. For Sherry, this was the perfect opportunity to come back to her alma mater and teach everyone what she had learned in the field. For everybody else, this is the perfect opportunity to learn about some good old-fashioned and new-fashioned philanthropy. At any university, a blood drive is a common sight with all sorts of students coming together for a good cause. However, for those who identify as a gay man, bisexual man, or male to female transgender individual, giving blood requires a series of hoops to be jumped through.
We do screen for, certain types of sexual behavior. The assumption is it's increased risk of contracting, possibly passing HIV virus.
When the regulation was first put into place, suspected males were not allowed to donate, period. However, as of December 2016, the ban has been lifted, but there is a catch. Anyone wanting to donate must remain abstinent for a full year before they can give blood. This has created a situation where some have chosen to lie on their applications and donate as much blood and plasma as they see fit. After all these years, the question remains, is this policy a necessary safety precaution or a discriminatory barrier?
If you look at the data, yes, men who have sex with men tend to be a little bit higher in the percentage of new HIV cases, but it's not anything significantly higher than if you look at the general population as a whole.
Additionally, modern technology is able to detect HIV cells in blood donations. So, why can't the same be done for this group? The Iowa City Red Cross could not be reached for comment. With more questions than solid answers, this fact of a minority group's life is still up in the air.
I do consider this to be discriminatory. It's easy to take a small subpopulation, a marginalized group, and then kind of extrapolate that to the whole community.
Reporting from downtown Iowa City, this is Christopher Cervantes, Daily Iowan TV.